Good morning. I'm revisiting tourism today, and this is for most of the classes that I teach. And I want to revisit the business environment here. Recall that the tourism business environment, we have our stakeholders, and they invest into our firm three drivers: info, money, and promises, inputs. And of course, we have outputs coming out of the same. And they give us this information, this money, and these promises into our tourism businesses. We utilize that information effectively and efficiently. And we are able to maximize revenues, maximize profits in order to reinvest in the firm as well as reward our stakeholders. Now, some of you are in your introduction to management classes, and I wanted to go into some of these processes that we do, or core functions of management. Okay, and these core functions are planning, controlling, and organizing. Now, some of you may wonder about leadership. We are, after all, the School of Hospitality Leadership. Well, leadership is one of those intangible aspects that is included in all of these. And some of them draw them out. If you look at some of the research, some of the authors draw that out and be as well as one of those separate things as our core functions. But leadership is basically in all three of these areas, because at its heart is we are all leaders, and we have to develop that leadership mentality. So we have planning, control, and organizing as our core function. Now, each of these areas lead into other subdivisions of 6 core functions, and they are staffing, evaluation, directions or delegation, coordinate, reporting, and budgeting. We strive to accomplish these areas. We try to do them effectively and efficiently. Okay, in order, because we have some responsibilities to our stakeholders. And those responsibilities are a fiscal responsibility, employee relations, social responsibility, and it's service execution. Now I'm going to put this by leadership. Whoops. Hold on. Execution. Sorry. Misspelled again. They help us devise our goals and objectives. If we do these right, we need to devise goals and objectives. In order to fulfill service execution, our fiscal responsibilities, our employee relations, and our social responsibilities. If we do these effectively and efficiently, more than likely we are going to be able to maximize revenues, capture the most revenues, and we are going to be able to maximize then profits, in order then, of course, to reinvest money back into the firm and make our product new again, and of course reward our stakeholders with money back to them in the form of dividends, where we can reinvest in our employees. Look at Starbucks and maximizing their revenues and profits. They're able to put people through university. Now, the one thing about service execution that I want to talk to you briefly, and we'll get into that more when we talk about motivations for tourism, as well as understanding the firm. This is what sets us apart from everybody else, our service. Our service execution means how do we basically, if the guest comes into our business, how do we treat them? How do we treat them before, during, and after they come into our business? Now, before, of course, when are they making their decision? During, they're here at our hotel, they're here at our destination, they're here at our resort. How do we treat them at the resort? And of course, afterwards, how do we follow up and maintain this relationship? So this is what sets us apart, service execution. And if we do that right, again, there's a relationship between maximizing revenues, maximizing profits, and if we do that, we do everything appropriately, we have created loyalty. If we don't complete service execution to their expectation, needs, wants, we're going to lose those customers. Think of your last time you had a bad encounter at a restaurant, a bad encounter at your last destination when you went to visit. Who was at fault there? What happened? Do you want to go back? Do you want to give them a second chance? Do you want to go someplace else? That is where we have a moment of truth. Oh, we're going to put that. A moment of truth. Okay, where we can basically do our jobs, do them effectively and efficiently, and we can maximize revenues and profits, and we can create loyalty. That's that moment of truth in service execution. So next session, we will cover the broader view of the macro-micro world of tourism, and we'll take a break right now, and we'll be back in a moment.